Here we are back in Dover here, checking out the Air Force Base today. This is the North Gate. Getting ready to head up Route 1 and check out the main gate. Here's a cool truck I'm seeing here. I'm not sure what they do with it, but it's labeled United States Air Force. Alright, so we made it to the main gate here. Really cool shot here right at the entrance. These flags going and everything. It's pretty cool. We're gonna try to get some good shots and see what we get. Looks like we got an MP coming out already. What's up, man? I'm just taking some pictures here. I think the flags and stuff look nice. You got any good stuff? What's that? You got an ID on you? No, that's why I'm not going on base. Let's see what you're getting exactly. I'll just get the flags and what I can get here. Yeah, you can't get the front of the gate here. That's why I don't want to go on the gate. Nobody can take pictures of the front gate. That's a security thing. Yeah, that's why I'm not going on there, though. You're not. What do you mean you're not going on there? Yeah, you're not going on there. I'm not going in there. No, I don't want to go in there. Yeah, but you see how you got picked right here? Yeah, I got the front, the flags. It's cool. I mean, it's in there. If I take a picture of that, it's in there too. So I mean, I just want to take a picture of this stuff. It's cool. Yeah, I know, but you're taking pictures of the front of the gate. That's a security thing for us. Yeah. That's a problem. Hey, have you come out here and done this before? Not here, no, but I go all over the place. Okay. No. Yeah, as long as I stay on public, there's no issue with it. Well, actually, you're not on public anymore. Once you pass, so if you go to the bridge, there's red lines. So now we own this is our jurisdiction right here. Well, I checked it out. I thought it was a public street. No, this is all military, and then once you get to the bridge up there, there's gonna be some red tape that you see, and about half of that. And then once you go to the other tape, the other side of the base, then that's our jurisdiction too. The TSP has a little bit cut off that bridge right there. This is all ours. I got lost and they came off this exit. Through, yeah. If anyone can drive through, then I can stay in here then. Okay, I'll go bring someone to come talk to you. Okay. That's fine. I want to get it cleared up. I'm out of my AOR right now, so I'm gonna bring someone to come talk to you. Okay. Perfect, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. So you come up here trying to clarify some things for you. Yeah, I seen on Google Maps, like the Google car came through here and took pictures of all this, and it's online. Like, it's all on Google Maps. Yeah, more information on it. It'll help you out a little bit. Yeah, I just seen like what you can and can't do. So. Yeah, I just seen like Google Maps has got all the pictures of all this all over Google Maps. Like, so anybody on their phone can go on there and get the same pictures. Page, you like post all the pictures too? I just try to write stories and stuff. So I'm just doing like taking some pictures and video, trying to get a little like news story going or something. And I just like the flags and stuff. Yeah, I'm just taking pictures for a story I'm working on. What's the jurisdiction right here? So this is still our jurisdiction right here. That's what you're trying to say. I guess I just I don't know. I mean, you guys might want to get up with Google Maps then, because they got pictures of all this all online, and anybody can see. So once you get that, he'll explain a little more to you. Okay? Yeah, that's cool. I'll take you later. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I just got here instantly, so I mean, I was planning on staying for a little while. I didn't even see you. It was my other gentleman that told me that you were up here. So. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to hide, So I mean, we can clear it up. I'm fine with that.
How you doing today, sir?
Good. How you doing, sir?
Very good. Why are you taking videos of the place?
I'm just doing work on a little news story.
News story?
Yeah, so I'm just getting some pictures and stuff. I'm just independent.
Okay, do you have any type of identification card on you or anything?
No, I didn't bring anything. It was a long ride up one, so I didn't carry a lot of stuff with me, so.
Okay, you just on your skateboard?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, so you rode up one on your skateboard?
No, I walked down the guardrail, though.
Okay, so you walked down the guardrail. Okay. Just so you know, I can't enforce those rules, but just so you know, it is illegal to walk on with a skateboard or even walk for pedestrian traffic.
Not there. I think once you get to the toll, because I rode up and there's no signs that say no pedestrians.
There's big signs once you get onto the thing.
No, I don't
want to argue with you, sir. I mean, I'm not disrespecting you. We find it weird that you're out here taking video of the base without a public media permit.
Once you have that, you'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in public, though. I don't want to go on. If I went on base, I'm sure you guys would have to give me some kind of permission to take pictures on base. That's why I don't want to go on base.
Yeah, that's fine, but we got to find out why. Because normally, even like the local news agency, when they come sit out here, they have a media permit. So that's why we got to come out here and find out why exactly you're doing this.
No, I'm just doing a little news story, too, so.
Okay.
That's all.
That's fine. Well, we'll just stay out here with you while you stay out here.
That's fine. That's cool.
You can go back to your gate. Like, what kind of content are you looking for?
I just like the military and stuff. I think it's a cool area. I like the sign here with the flags flying. It's nice. So I just want to get some cool pictures and stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously I'm not trying to stop you like from writing whatever you're going to write. I mean, you can easily
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but you have to understand from the
Right from the start, Mike shows a clear understanding of his rights. He calmly explains that he's standing on public property and has no intention of entering the base. This is a crucial legal distinction in First Amendment audits, the line between public space and restricted government property. Under the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, citizens have the right to record, photograph, and gather news in areas open to the public. This right was reaffirmed in the landmark case Gleek versus Cuniff, 2011, where the First Circuit Court held that filming public officials engaged in their duties in public spaces is constitutionally protected conduct. While the officer raises vague security concerns, Mike's calm response, "I'm not going inside, I'm just filming the flags," is a subtle but powerful assertion of lawful behavior. He doesn't escalate or argue. He simply holds the line using knowledge and confidence, a textbook example of how to audit responsibly and lawfully.
of us, because you know we're on high orbit all the time. So
Yeah,
when we have people filming us, we kind of have to understand why they're doing it.
Yeah, I got you, man. I appreciate it.
Because you know, you'd be surprised how many people try to take pictures of the base so they can give it to people that want to harm.
Yeah.
That's what our job is. We got to come out here and make sure you're not trying to do harm to us.
Oh yeah, that's why I don't want to go on base, or I'm not trying to hide. You know, I'm visible out here, so that's all. Because I mean, like I was telling him, if you go on Google Maps, you can drop the pin right here, and they drove the car right around there, and all what I'm getting pictures of is already all online. So nothing, they're just my pictures now. That way, I mean, there's no copyright issues. If I can't, you know, if I got my own stuff, I don't have to worry about it.
Okay. Well, since you don't have any identification on you, is there any way I can get you like your name and stuff?
Nah, I'm not trying to do that today.
Okay. Then so you don't want to give any information. See, that's where we're finding it iffy. Like, why don't you want to let us do our job if we're letting you do your job?
What do you mean by doing your job?
I'm doing my job by trying to find out who you are and why you're doing it.
I'm just a journalist doing a news story.
Okay, but I feel like a journalist would give me information. So by you not giving me information, it kind of gives me the thought that you're trying to do negative harm to us.
That's not true. You shouldn't jump to that conclusion either. I'm just, I like to be anonymous. Because everyone knows what I'm doing.
But you know, if you get a domain, anybody can look you up.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
So that's not really anonymous.
Well, not at this point, but when I'm out here, it is. You know, like when I'm doing my job out here, taking them. But when I write, obviously, it's not going to be anonymous. But but when I'm out here, I just want to remain anonymous here.
Control board key. Copy. Be advised, individual outside of Maine says he's an independent news journalist wanting to start his own website. He declines giving any type of identification, says he doesn't have it. Openly admitted to working on Route 1. Okay.
I gotta pull that law up then. State police are coming.
Copy. I mean, if you're not going to work with me, sir, why am I going to work with you?
No, it's fine. I just read all the laws on walking on the highways, and as long as I walk facing traffic and it's good. So, I mean, I looked it up the other day just to try to cover my bases there.
Copy. If you just want to bring the vehicle, that way we can try to block it.
That's
shorty shorts, green in color, black kind of hoodie, three-quarter lace sleeve, and a reflective vest.
Alright, Dover police on scene. Feeling pretty well, how are you?
I'm gonna be cool with you. I just want you to be cool with me.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take some pictures, man, so.
What's going on?
Just here to take some pictures. I think it's a cool site. You know, the flags are half staff. I thought it looked nice, so.
Did you ask for permission beforehand?
No, that's why I didn't go on base, because then I would need permission from
I
him.
got you, but you gotta understand.
Yeah, I told him everything I'm doing, so I mean, I already talked to him about it.
I got you, but it's better not to say yes or no. In the climate today, you taking pictures of cars coming in and out, and there's base area.
I'm not worried about the cars, man.
I got you, but we don't know that, right?
I'm telling you now.
Yeah, well, sometimes people are. That's what I'm trying to say.
Is this a public road here, this area?
It really isn't. Everything you're doing now is base, military station. So
I'm trespassing right now. Do you guys want me to leave? Is that what it is?
but the main thing right now, I already made contact with you. I just need to get your information. I'm do my checks. If you're good, you get to go. Alright, and it's also up to them because you're on their property. I have to talk to you.
Well, since we're at the military base, I mean, that sounds pretty awful the way you just said that there.
What do you mean?
You just need to run my name, and then if there's nothing wrong with my name, well, hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. If there's nothing wrong with my name, which as far as like I don't have a warrant or something, then I'm good to keep filming here.
No, I'm saying you're good to go. You know, as long as they have nothing else with you, you're good to go. Go back wherever you came from. That's all I'm saying.
No, sir. I mean, if you wanted to come take a picture, like, that's fine. Like, I understand.
That's all. I was literally here 30 seconds.
You've been filming here for like 30 minutes now.
No way.
Filming is different.
No way. Well, the only issue is I literally got to where his car is parked, and can't remember his name, but the young gentleman came out within 30 seconds. I barely had time to turn my cameras on.
But you have to understand that it's his job.
And the only reason, I understand that. That's why I talked to him. I didn't yell and scream at him. Like, I'm not trying to cause trouble here. I'm just trying to get some pictures. Like you said, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and you know,
So then I don't understand the problem.
and we appreciate you being respectful to us, and that's why we
Yeah.
being respectful back.
I'm not trying to be a dick here.
But the fact is that you're not giving us any kind of personal information.
Well, that's the whole point. I don't have to. I'm allowed to be anonymous. I have the right. Exactly. Thank you.
Why are you here?
To take pictures. I'm not here to just. I didn't walk up here to give you my name.
Take your picture and keep on walking.
What's what I'm gonna do? I didn't know. I was trying to really see if I could get a shot of like a military vehicle or something.
Well, you have two right there. That's the one we have.
What's the sign mean before police? Like Air Force or something? Is that what that means?
That's the security forces badge.
Security forces. Okay.
Alright, so but because I'm here now.
That's not how it works either, though.
Yes.
Oh, what criminal activity are we investigating?
So I need to figure out, right? So all I need is information.
Oh my God! You guys are supposed to be fighting for the Constitution here, and what he just says is just trampling all over it.
Information, that's it.
Exactly.
Look,
I have the rights to my personal information. And if I'm not breaking the law, you just said you don't even know what you're investigating right now.
Investigation goes, as far as me getting out here, where you came from, where you're going, what you doing here.
I've already said all that. I mean, if you suspect it's Title 11, 1902, you know, I'm not. I just want to take my pictures. You guys all came out here. I've already talked to you guys, told you what I'm doing.
I get your name.
But I'm not going to give it. I don't want to give my name. I'm here to be anonymous. I've already told them that. I think I'm good where I'm at. Like I said, I seen the Google car actually went past the gate and turned around. They got pictures of all this online already. I watched it. Look at it. Go pull up. Go drop a pin right here, and you can go street view. And the Google car drove around this thing. And all these pictures are online because I'm certain this is a public road.
Then why are you here taking pictures?
Because they're not my pictures. If I want to use copyright, right? I can't steal someone else's photo. I can't steal Google's photos. I need my own photos.
All right, you mind if I talk to you personally over there? All right, so that way we get some things.
I just want to stay here. I don't want to walk any further that way.
Yeah, I'll
Look, I get 100% what you're saying. I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
But for me,
I get you're out here responding, they called, I get it.
because
This moment captures the true essence of a First Amendment audit, the balance between authority and individual rights. Mike's statement, "I have the right to keep my information private if I'm not suspected of a crime," goes straight to the heart of Hebel versus 6th Judicial District Court, 2004. In that case, the Supreme Court ruled that officers can only demand identification during a lawful Terry stop, meaning they must have reasonable suspicion that a person is involved in criminal activity. Without that suspicion, refusing to identify yourself is not a crime. Mike's next line, "Policy doesn't override the Constitution," is the quote of the video. It's a sharp reminder that department policies, base rules, or local procedures cannot supersede constitutional rights protected by the First and Fourth Amendments. What stands out here isn't defiance, but discipline. Mike remains calm, speaks with respect, and relies solely on the law, not emotion.
I'm here. I have to get your name for policy because I
Your
don't know what
policy
happened.
doesn't trump the Constitution, sir. I'm sorry that Dover has this crazy policy that violates the law,
It's just,
but that doesn't mean I need to follow it.
on is your name, and that's it.
I get it. My name's Mike, and I'll give you that.
Alright, so does it mean first name, last name, and date of birth?
No, it's just Mike. Mike's out here taking pictures. I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time. I just want to be,
No, but you gotta understand where I'm coming from. We're taking pictures of mental base. We don't.
Yeah, I don't want to go on base, yeah.
But now when someone's taking a picture, like, yeah, I know who he is. He's okay. For us, it's called 10-1, which means you're okay.
Yeah, I got it. I'm okay. I got no problems. I don't need any assistance. I'm just going to take the stuff I need, and that's it. You know, they already said there's no more military vehicles than this, so there's not a whole lot much more I can get here, you know? So, I mean, that's it. Like I said, I was contacted within 30 seconds of arriving, so I really didn't even have time to set up, and that's it, so. Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
Came out here to get some pictures, man. I don't know what the big deal is.
Obviously, I haven't talked to you yet, so
No.
what's going on?
I just literally got to where his car's parked.
Okay, this
Set my,
over here.
Yes, sir. Set my
Okay.
stuff up, and I think it was Stanton came out, talked to me. I told him what I was doing. I was here to get a couple pictures of the front. Like, I like the flags here and the sign. It's nice. And then this other gentleman back here came out in one of these vehicles. I told him the same things that I told him, and that was it. I mean, no one was yet asked me to leave. I mean,
Okay.
I hear you guys talking about trespass over there, but I've not been asked to leave.
Yes, that was the discussion we had.
And, and knowingly, I mean, as far as I know, I'm allowed to be here right where I am.
Come in here and turn around all day because they get misdirected. Okay. So, per the jurisdictional map that's issued between the state of Delaware and the installation commander, the jurisdiction for base is the edge of that overpass, not right here.
Okay.
So you can go up there, you can film as much as you want, but you can't do it here.
Okay. Now, what's prohibiting me from taking pictures here?
You are
I know you said your
technically on a
jurisdiction.
federal installation up until that overpass, regardless of if you cross the plane of the gate or not. This is federal property.
All right. So if I gotta leave, I'll leave. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down with that. I don't know what this guy's doing out here on the side of the highway. He's doing like some ninja moves, meditation. So here's the red lines we're talking about, I think. See, there's one here on the overpass right there. And then there's one also on that street lamp right there. I'm guessing that's what they're saying. I'm in between those right now, so I'm guessing that means.
This final section is a masterclass in what many auditors call audit with respect. When the boundary is clarified, Mike responds, "All right then, I'll move. No problem. It's not submission. It's lawful cooperation based on verified facts." His decision reflects the guidance of the 2010 DHS Memorandum, Department of Homeland Security Memo, which explicitly states members of the public are allowed to photograph and record the exterior of federal facilities from publicly accessible areas. Security personnel must not interfere, delete footage, or seize recording devices. By respecting the confirmed boundary, Mike demonstrates maturity, not weakness. He stands firm where the law protects him and steps back where it doesn't, turning potential conflict into a real-world civics lesson on the limits and power of constitutional freedom.
Good where I'm at. But I'll have to look into their jurisdictional authority thing, because I think it's a bunch of shit, but I really didn't want to push the issue with it and get taken on base and have to deal with all that, so. Oh yeah, they bullied me out of there.
I gotcha.
Not happy about it.
What happened, man?
I just was there by the front gate, like right by in front of the sign. Just literally 30 seconds, just set my camera up to take some pictures of the flags and stuff, and they came out just...
Yeah, they get real touchy. Most of the time, there'll be people on the highway filming, and they get real...
Yeah.
We get called out here pretty frequently, man.
Oh, they made it seem like this shit never happens, and I'm like an anomaly or something.
You okay, though?
Yeah, I'm fine otherwise. Yeah, I'm good.
Skateboard here?
I'm not gonna get into it, yeah. Well, not really, no.
Alright.
Am I allowed to walk down there?
You can't walk on the highway.
But I mean, there's no signs that said I couldn't. Like, I drove from south past here, and there's nowhere does it say no pedestrians until probably, I don't know, probably to the toll. So I didn't know, I mean, there's, like, if I could walk on Route 1 in Frederica, and if I wanted to walk all the way this way, and there's nowhere that says I gotta get off.
I'm not really sure, man. 'Cause
Okay.
most of the time we come on exits.
I'm not
You want a
worried
ride
about
home?
it. I just need a ride in town.
Where you living at? Or up in Dover?
Yeah, I just drove up here. I don't live in Dover or anything.
You want to ride too far?
Yeah, I'm just at the McDonald's right there at the,
I can do that, man.
yeah, that'd be awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. 'Cause, yeah, I was worried about it, so.
I got you. But you understand, like...
I get it. That's why I talked to him. You know, I really wasn't trying to give him a hard time or anything, so.
Okay.
We were polite. We said, hey, you need to move up here because you can't be down there because the jurisdiction's
Well,
different.
here's my thing. There's a visitor center, man. I forgot to say this before I left, so it's
Right.
open to the public. There's a visitor center,
Right, but the visitor center's still within federal jurisdiction.
but it's still open to the public.
Correct.
As long until I go past the gate, I have to give my ID, and I can be there because the visitors are allowed to be there. Anyone can drive in there as long as they go past the gate. So I really think I can still be there. I'm not there because I don't feel like getting arrested today, and it's not worth it. But I think I can be there.
Both you guys here, with him being on the overpass,
Yeah.
I can ask him, like, hey, you want to ride home? You want to leave? You
Yeah,
can
we
leave.
can't, obviously.
But, I mean, this is a public roadway right here.
Yeah.
That's
That's
you
what I
know
thought. And I thought it was all the way up until you can make the U-turn at the gate. It was public.
You pull out?
Yeah, I'm fine otherwise. I don't know. I just, like I said, I think I can be there. 'Cause it's, I mean, anybody did a visitor's
I
gate.
guess, I mean, dude, this guy looking like this. If you're a military base,
Yeah, but still. That's why I thought it'd be even better, because they're the ones fighting for my right to be there to film. First Amendment, free press,
Not
man.
wrong in that aspect.
You know,
But
so.
we have to still protect our assets
Yeah, and
our procedures.
that's why I talked to you. You could have walked up, I could have said, F you guys, I'm not saying a word. But I'm not trying to do that, 'cause that's not my angle. I just wanted to get my pictures and see what was going on. You know, that's not my angle, of trying to be an asshole at everybody. I just wanted to get my pictures.
But
And
you weren't.
No,
You weren't a jerk to anybody.
I don't.
so.
No, I don't want to be. It's not my goal. You know, like I said, I didn't know that there wasn't any more vehicles here than what you guys got with these ones. So I was just waiting to see what was going on. It's a nice day for it now. I don't know if it's going to start raining again or not, but you know, that's all it was.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I get it.
And you know, you don't have any bad intentions, okay?
No,
But I
not
want
at all.
you to think of this. You sat there and filmed for probably about at least 15 minutes, right? Everybody leave the base. What do you get? You get in cars, you get in vehicles, you get in tags.
Well, they're all
You're putting other people's life at risk by filming something.
not tags, man. I mean, they're on the car for the reason.
Guess what? Somebody
That's why they can. That's why they can run it to any tag they want. They can run it because it's there for a reason.
Yeah,
So
we can run them too, but what I'm saying
I
is
know.
people can see them off base and see that they came out of a military installation. And if they're wanting to cause harm, guess what? They've caused harm to that family. Are you wanting to put other lives at risk?
Well, then anybody can sit right where I am today and do the same
and
thing.
you know what? Everybody that sits here, we come up and find out what they're doing.
You shouldn't though. I mean, there's nothing illegal about what they're doing sitting here. I get it. You have security concerns, and I addressed it. That's why, like I said, I wasn't trying to be mean, or I was told you exactly what I was here to do, and that's it. So,
all right. You ready, man?
yeah, let's do it, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. Nothing. So. Oh boy, this is. I feel like this is set up. I don't think so.
We would have to set you up.
I don't think so, man. I think so. How do you say your name? Sparmaza?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
What's your name?
Mike.
Yeah, I'm surprised you could pronounce my name.
I read it. Yeah, I seen it.
People kind of screw it up.
You seem like yeah, that was cool.
People say it, sometimes they say it wrong. I'm like, that's supposed to stop there.
That's how my name is too.
They're trying to describe it, but then they say it wrong again. They keep saying it. To the is it your car or your friend's picking you up?
Yeah, you could just drop me off anywhere in the parking lot, man. It's great. Yeah, this works, man. I appreciate you getting me off the highway. Perfect, man.
You got a last name, Mike?
I just don't feel like giving it today.
You got a phone number, Mike?
Same idea.
You got an address, Mike?
Same idea. Perfect, man. Appreciate it. That's awesome. So yeah, I'll just make my phone call, have them come get me, so.
So, in the, as far as skateboard on Route 1, let me look that up. You said there's no signs?
Not anywhere from south, and I came from Rehoboth. 14146 is pedestrians on highways. Yeah, pedestrians on highways. And all it says, I gotta face traffic. It doesn't say anything about freeways, and if it's not posted, I figured I'm good then, so.
You take a picture of the base?
I just wanted to get some pictures of the front there. I mean, there's not a whole lot to even get, but like as soon as I got to like that brick area, like somebody walked out. Like I barely had time to even get my legs out to set this thing up before they came out and started getting on me about it. So
It says 4146. Letter D. This section shall not require that pedestrians on one-way roadways of controlled access highways walk facing traffic to the
yeah, I wasn't going to one of those though, so I figured that didn't apply.
controlled access highways?
I figured like a toll road,
Yes.
which that's not. Yeah, I didn't think.
Were you in a foot race or walking with that?
Negative. I read all those, yeah. But there's nowhere does it say no pedestrian, which I know once you get past there, I'm sure it does when it gets to 65 and the toll road, and there's nowhere else to get off. But
I mean,
I appreciate it, guys.
If you believe in transparency, accountability, and the power of the First Amendment, like, share, and subscribe to help this message reach more people. Turn on notifications so you never miss another breakdown of constitutional rights in action. And drop a comment below. What would you have done in this situation? Your voice matters because a free society only survives when its citizens stay informed, courageous, and united.